number 12 as they move the chains. On first down, it's gone. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
All right, partner, the risk of piling on. Whenever Jared Goff fumbles the football, the first thing people are going to flash back on is leading up to the draft, the size of his hands. They're right on the borderline about what teams want in the size for a quarterback.
Well, you were knee-deep in all that draft stuff when he was going through it. That was much talked about, you said.
It certainly was. I didn't think it was as big a deal as people made it out to be. To me, it's much more of a concentration thing, making sure that you're aware of it, take care of the ball a little bit better. I don't care what the size of your hands are. A lot of guys could use some work on covering the football, not letting the defense get to it.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Let's go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. The play clock's running down. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Boy, Charles, Todd Gurley finished the year with a bang. And even though they lost the Falcons, he was over 100 yards in that game. Weeks 15 and 16, he was fantastic. A comeback year for him, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because we saw him explode on the scene as a rookie in 2015. 2016 just never could really get started. We didn't see the big runs. Heck, we didn't see a 100-yard game out of it. So when you look at this season, brand new offense, new way of doing things, but the biggest thing, offensive line, Andrew Whitworth at left tackle, Roger Saffold able to settle in at guard, his best position, and John Sullivan, the new center. That gave him a line to work with, and boy, did he take advantage of it. Well over 1,300 yards rushing, caught the ball well out of the backfield, a definite candidate for MVP in 2017, and I would say in just about any season he plays going forward.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 11, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Brown, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They begin the drive with Johnson. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Play clock winding down. Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 6-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. He'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Come on, let's go.
Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? First down, it's Gurley. Shedding the tackle. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block him to? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him, that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you because once they get to the play, you usually overrun them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he gets it down to the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So on 4th down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So after a sluggish start, at least from an offensive perspective, they are able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
And now let's see what their defense has up its sleeve. If they can force a 3-and-out here, maybe you can get your offense the ball back with a chance to add on a few more before the break.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Time running out here on the play clock. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from the desert after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well, not getting the ball to the right places, not doing things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you, so your quarterback has to lead you. And the best way he can do it is to play well.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Goff now to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Second and 10, Goff again. And he comes back with one complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To the air again. Goff. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
They'll throw now on the final play. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both the Cardinals and the Rams have very low rushing totals. It has not been an effective part of either team's game plan, and you wonder if either side will give a more concerted effort to run it in the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Following the forced fumble, quick pass is complete, and a quick three-play drive ends with a score. Cardinals going up by 6. 1st and 10. Goff's gonna find his mark, and he'll be tackled at their own 29-yard line. Rams settle for 3 points on the drive. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
This is fielded at the goal line. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go! Ohio!
The play clock's running down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against him.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver as well.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Come on, let's go. What? 90. We got three. We got three. We got three.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
To throw here. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. 38. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. 190.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clay Matthews. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Time running out here on the play clock. And his kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And his pass incomplete. Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Goff. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 18-yard line.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go. White, Ohio.
Slot man moves right. The play clock's running down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. He'll look to set up his blockers. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
On 1st down, gone. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
From the 50, it's gone. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is gone. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Come on, let's go!
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Play clock winding down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go. White, 90. White, 90. Ohio. Ohio. Hey, alert 3. Flex round. Flex round.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Here we go. White, 90.
In motion, the tight end Clay. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Looking to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
he'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
and they knew that before the play even began, still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jonathan Bullard in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.